I am Maillian Bias. I am a founding partner and managing director of Gen Y Capital Partners based here in New York. So we are Silicon Alley based, but we do invest nationwide. It's always nice to be on right after David. So one of the bigger players in the space. So we are a fairly new fund. We are a little less than 18 months old. I am a serial entrepreneur, so Gen Y Capital is my third business. My first company was not in the tech space at all. It was actually a vineyard and winery that I started at 19 years old that made me the youngest self-made winery owner in the country. I sold that business at the beginning of this year in January. And my second company was a marketing firm where I actually started to advise a lot of startups on marketing, branding, and strategy. And so I also looked to angel investing in technology companies. And so Gen Y Capital came about because my colleagues, who are now my partners and also some of my dearest and closest friends, we all met through an organization called the YEC, which is the Young Entrepreneur Council. And so that was a way, my first set of investing was really in real estate. And so after doing some angel investing personally, we all came together, and naturally, a lot of our own friends and family said, please tell us about these next amazing deals that you guys have access to. And so we are really, at Gen Y Capital, we are by Gen Y entrepreneurs for Gen Y entrepreneurs. So that means that the bulk of our portfolio company founding teams are all Gen Y. And so as we know, Gen Y will continue to get older, but right now we're looking at companies where the majority of the founding teams are aged 35 and under. That's also because it's where we know we can add a lot of value. And so every firm has its niche. And for us, our niche is our entrepreneurial network. And being the actual entrepreneurs, we are our own network. And so we look for companies where we can actually help them catapult their success and give them that bit of rocket fuel that they need. We also have an exclusive partnership with the YEC, which is, again, how we all met. And so the YEC is a nonprofit organization, similar in part to, an EO or a Summit Series or a Sandbox, or in parts even to a YPO, to a Young Presidents Organization. It's an invite-only entrepreneurial organization that is part peer-to-peer mentorship, and then a lot of access and other networking abilities. And so companies that we invest in through our exclusive partnership with the YEC are automatically invited to join the YEC. And so when you look at what makes early stage investments successful, it's not just that you're throwing money at companies or that you're throwing money at capable people. It's that you're also giving them the tools that they need to be successful, and that you're there to support them in the early stages of their business, so that they can practice and work on what they really need to do, right? So whether it's practicing their pitch, getting ready to raise their next round, whether it's working to find talent and developers, building out their teams, but we want to actually be there to take away a lot of those pain points. And so we knew that we didn't necessarily want to incubate companies, but we knew that with our partnership through the YEC, we could virtually accelerate companies. And so that's what we do. We also have a venture partner network. So we have 15 of our limited partners, so 15 of our investors, who also serve as venture partners for us. They are successful entrepreneurs themselves. They have proven track records in various industries for their own companies, and also as angel investors and advisors to startups. And so we basically have every gamut of industry covered with our venture partner network, whereby when we invest in a company, someone needs social media help, I'm going to one of my venture partners that owns a social media company to help them. And so we are all collectively working with them on a much closer knit scale through our venture partner network, in addition to myself and my partners. And then broader scope, we have the YEC. And then we also have an amazing investment committee. And so again, going back to our by Gen Y entrepreneurs for Gen Y entrepreneurs, we have an investment committee comprised of 4 of the rising stars at other VC firms all across the country. And so they serve as our investment committee. I serve as the kind of 5th swinging vote as managing director into what companies we will invest in. So we have a broad range of expertise that comes to the table to help us look at deals that make the most sense for the fund, and also where we think we can add the most value. And so in our investment committee, we have John Teo of General Catalyst, who is absolutely incredible. He came over from Benchmark Capital, led rounds on Instagram and Twitter, and is a very, very active angel investor personally. Prior to that, he was an early employee at Google. We have Antonia Abrams, who is vice president of finance at BetaWorks. So we have someone on our team that can help and be very actively involved with helping our portfolio companies straighten out their finances, and figure out, how their book should look and what their next rounds of investment should look like and how those deals should be structured. We have Matt Cohen, who's at City Light Capital here in New York, which is the social impact fund. And then we have Nikhil Kogatati, who runs all of SoftBank Capital's early stage investments. He's also a big e-commerce guru. So he's led their rounds in Rulala and GSI Commerce. So we have a tremendous amount of expertise around the table in terms of both our investment committee and also how we add value to companies.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Unique structure.